Hey guys, it's Jake, and yeah. Wow, that's really bad. Hey guys, it's Jake. It's been a little while since I made an update video, and a lot has happened since then. Sorry I'm so late on this. It's been like, I think 2-3 weeks or so since I got the channel back up and running, but I've just been busy with this thing and that thing, and it's really just kind of been the routine, explanation for pretty much everything that's been going on for the past like 2 or 3 months. It's just one thing after another has been causing me to not be able to get into the schedule that I've been wanting to, and it's just made things kind of difficult. But to anybody who is not aware, around this time last month, maybe about 3 weeks ago, there was a serious power surge in my neighborhood that killed the power in my house for about a day, and it killed the internet and things like that. And we managed to get that stuff back up and running, but then like later in the day that my internet crapped out, I was just on my computer kind of just looking at whatever the hell I was looking at. Let's just say it was an article, so I sound fancy. And just out of nowhere, my computer just like has this one of the most depressing sounds a computer owner can ever hear. It was just like this kind of noise. It was just like something was dying inside of my computer. And immediately I panicked. Like I knew something happened. And to give a little bit of backstory, let's back up a little bit. This surge happened, and it's one of the most terrifying experiences I've ever experienced. Basically, there was lightning and thunder throughout the night, and it was around 3 or 4 in the morning when this happened, and it was right over my house, like for just an hour straight, just thunder and lightning, going at basically 10, 15, 20-second intervals. Like it sounded like something was exploding. It was extremely close. And there was one final one that I legitimately thought hit the house when it happened. It's hard to explain just how loud it was. I mean, my ears were ringing, for fuck's sake. My dog was cowering in the corner because, I knew what was going on. She was terrified. But anyway, so when this happens, I'm fucking panicking, and fire alarms go off inside the house. All the power inside all the bedrooms, is dead. 2 of the breakers got killed in the process, and a lot of items were destroyed. The TV on the living room, my TV, as time went on, apparently my computer as well. A lot of things got, destroyed in the process. Now, luckily, insurance covered most of it, so that's not that big of a deal. Matter of fact, actually, I kind of upgraded my computer through some of the insurance money that we had, because not all of my parts were dead. So now I have SLI, which is nice. I have a brand new version of the CPU that I used to have. I have an updated model of the motherboard I have. And also I had made some purchases before everything happened, so I have a much better PC than I did before all this started. But that's not, whatever. Anyway, that doesn't help you guys at all. And I'm not gonna lie, it was quite frustrating during the time that I had to deal with this, because there was like 5 or so days where I was just stuck, not able to do anything on my YouTube channel. Like I uploaded like a video, I think, showing this little power supply paperclip trick that I learned. But for the most part, there really wasn't anything that I could do. I had videos ready to be edited on my computer, but I didn't have the parts. Like my computer was dead. I could not use it. Turns out it was my motherboard. That was the main culprit there. But it was just like 4 or 5 days there where I couldn't do anything. And before that, I was sick. Which is why I couldn't upload Witcher videos immediately, because I was just so ridiculously uncomfortable that I could not do commentary, because it was throat and all that. It started with the lymph nodes. Yeah, I think the lymph nodes right here were extremely swollen, and it was hard to even breathe, honestly, at times. If I pop a few Advil or ibuprofen or whatever, the inflammation would go down, but it was extremely uncomfortable to speak no matter what. And I just could not do commentary. That combined with the fact that the internet was out and then my computer crapped out, there was like a week or so where I just couldn't record, not even a week, I could say a week and a half, where I just couldn't record videos. And so that's like a week and a half where I couldn't do The Witcher, which, that's a little segue right there. The Witcher 3, I'm really bummed out about what's happened with The Witcher, because I wanted to do a prerequisite of Witcher 2. I didn't give myself enough time, and I didn't really plan efficiently, and that was my fault. And, you know, so that series is pretty much dead. I might come back to it at some point, but don't get your hopes up. But, you know, I was thinking to myself, that's okay, though. Witcher 3 is coming out right around the corner, you know, and that series will do great, because I thought it legitimately would. Looking at Dying Light, you know, every single video in that series, and it was like a 45-part series, did pretty well, especially for a channel of my size. And you look back at Dragon Age Inquisition, that was over 50 parts. That did fantastically. It's one of the best series I've ever had on the channel. And, you know, I thought that would translate to The Witcher, but, you know, considering all the anomalies that happened one after the other, you know, it's not going to do that. Like, I'm at I think I just posted part 11 today, and this is going to be at least a 50-part series, especially at the rate that I'm going, and I just don't see it working. Like, I'm going to keep on doing the series as long as possible, but I can't guarantee I'm going to finish it, and I hate saying that, because I'm really enjoying the game so far. And I think it's so much better than Witcher 2. Like, it's so much more fluid and fun. Just in general, I am enjoying it immensely. And pretty much any game that I'm not doing for the channel, I'm just not doing. Like, that's the thing about this job, I guess you could call it, is that, you know, it's taking something that I love doing and turning it into a responsibility. And I now have to push games off that I want to play, and think to myself, well, you know, if I'm not doing it for the channel, I'm being kind of unproductive. So, like, I really very badly want to play The Witcher 3, but, you know, looking at the views that it's getting at the moment, I just don't see that happening. I mean, honestly, it's like, the way I look at it, doing a game here that isn't getting views, and then looking at this game knowing this one could, it's like, I would be better spending my time here knowing more people would be interested in seeing this than this. Granted, it kind of sucks for these people who are enjoying this game, but in the grand scheme of things, it's like, what is the best for the majority, right? And I'm not salty about this. I completely understand why I'm not getting a lot of views of The Witcher. I mean, like I said, I started the series 2 weeks after pretty much everybody else did, so I'm 2 weeks behind other people as it is. And most of you have probably already found a channel that you wanted to watch the series on, whether it be, you know, somebody like the Rad Brad. He doesn't really post much of that anymore, but, you know, Christopher Odd or somebody like that. That's your guy, and that's the person you want to watch. And, you know, going back, you know, 20 hours into the game to watch me probably seems kind of pointless, and I get that. It just sucks for me, because I've been looking forward to doing this series since the beginning of the year, and it just really is too bad. I'm gonna keep on going as long as I can, and I hope that the people who do watch are enjoying the ride at the very least. Well, moving on to less depressing topics. Jesus. Alex moved in about 2 or so weeks ago. I know I've been wanting to make this video for a while. I already said, but yeah. So he's I guess my roommate now, or some shit. We'd been talking about doing this for a while. It just seems like the best case scenario for both of us at this point. I've wanted to do videos with more than just myself for a while now, and I've always wanted to do the whole Tricom thing consistently, but just with Chris being up in New York and all that, that's obviously really difficult to do. But Alex is obviously more available, and he has his own YouTube channel, so it's definitely beneficial for him. Obviously, I've been running my channel a decent bit longer than he has, and you know, posting more consistent video output. And I guess in the most pompous way possible that I can say this, giving him sort of guidance on how he runs all of his stuff is probably the part that kind of helps him out. And plus, now I get to make videos with more than just one person on occasion. You know, I had been making videos with him in the past, but it's usually like those really, you know, erratic and sort of one-off sort of videos, like doing 1 or 2 parts here in this series, doing 1 or 2 parts here in another series. Now it's going to be full, like, series where he's in this, and that's it. You know, so say if we were to want to do Until Dawn together when that comes out in PS4, that would be a series we do together, and that's it, you know. I've posted a few videos of The Music Machine, which I recommend checking out because it's a pretty cool game. But yeah, so like just doing a full playthrough of that as opposed to, you know, doing part 45 of Dying Light or something like that. And so, hey, the the curtain's down. You guys can see my bed and stuff and my shelves and shit. That's an exclusive there. That's a first. Anyway, but yeah, actually, speaking of the move-in, Alex recorded it, you know, a little bit of footage and posted it on his channel, and you guys can watch some of that right here. There we go. Get back to work. Did you like that? Yeah, there's more of that right here. There we go. There we go. Okay. There we go. I probably forgot to put it in. Fuck. Batman, what is it? Batman Arkham Knight. That was a weird noise I made. Batman Arkham Knight is coming out on the 23rd, as well as Tales from the Borderlands, and obviously I'm going to be doing those. I'm probably going to be finishing Colot very soon. I've almost gotten to the end. I'm very close to that. And, you know, obviously I've already made my intentions known with The Witcher. But yeah, after Arkham, there's not that much coming out in July that I am aware of. Not that I can think of, at least. So there might be some older games coming up in July. I'm not totally sure yet, but might do something with Alex and somebody else, you know, kind of like Tricom, but not the exact same thing. Somebody from the GameWorks crew, you know, because there's a few people in that group, and we might bring somebody in there as a substitute for Chris, because, you know, going back to the power outage, another thing that sucks about that whole thing is that because I didn't have a computer for like a week, I wasn't able to record videos for the whole Tricom thing, which really sucks because we weren't able to do the game that we were wanting to do for Tricom, and so that's not getting posted now. Once again, that's probably that and The Witcher, like those two. Like not being able to go on the internet for 5 days. I don't really give a shit. It's not that big of a deal to me. What matters to me is that I wasn't. First of all, I'm set back so much with The Witcher, and on top of it, we weren't able to do this thing we've been planning since last year, really. I mean, we were planning on doing this originally in December of last year during winter break off school, and that didn't work out. Then we were like, oh, well, maybe spring break, and that didn't work out. And then, no, but summer break, definitely. And it was definitely going to work out until my computer fucked up, and then now summer break doesn't work out. So, just, we're not really going to be doing anything with Chris for the rest of the summer because he's not going to be here, unfortunately. Really sucks. It's really a bummer, and I was really looking forward to doing that. But we might find something else to do, and I'll be sure to keep everyone posted on that. But yeah, back to the new series. Once July goes on, once we get into like September and August, is when a lot more of the games come out. You know, Metal Gear Solid's a big one. Soma is another one. Those both come out in September, so I'm going to be quite busy during that. E3. Seeing all the stuff on E3, I'm very cautiously optimistic about everything going on with that. You know, seeing all the games that seem to be coming out between this year and next, it makes me think maybe things are starting to get better. But I'm not going to get too far into that. I just wanted to give you guys an idea of what's going on with the channel right now and what exactly is going to be happening here in the near future. Once again, I'm going to keep The Witcher going as long as possible, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you guys continue to, or maybe start to watch it. I'd love to keep it going if interest picks up in that series. I'll be doing some more one-off games, especially in July. I've quite a few games set up to where that might you know, happen. So yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you appreciated the update, and if you did, please be sure to like and subscribe and all that. And I will see you guys next time.